Hey everybody, Austin back again, this time with another unboxing video. Now I've actually received something sort of special in the mail today, and what we're going to be doing is unboxing a Samsung N501 NUON-enhanced DVD player. Now the NUON-enhanced DVD players were a set of DVD players released back in the early 2000s, I believe 2001 exactly. No, 2000. I believe it was 2000 because I actually received it Christmas of 2000, I believe. And I actually used to own one of these back in the day, not specifically the Samsung model. I actually owned one of those much later. But I originally owned a NUON when they first came out, and I owned the Toshiba model, the SD-2300, which was a black DVD player. And it had a different sort of styling than the Samsung unit that we're going to be unboxing here. Now, the NUON-enhanced DVD player was essentially a DVD player with an embedded chip on the inside created by VM Labs that enabled special features in your DVD playback, like specialized sharper zooming and stuff like that. But it also had certain hardware capabilities to also be capable of playing games and rendering 3D polygons and stuff like that. And so basically the NUON DVD enhanced players were meant to be hybrids of DVD players and actual video game consoles. There were a couple of controller ports in the front of the system. You could buy a variety of game controllers for it and so forth. And games would actually come in these DVD style cases, which you'll see in this video. A game does come bundled with this system. But, you know, I'm sort of on a kick right now trying to reobtain a lot of these old systems I used to own and complete in box, mind you. And so I actually was somehow guided to this website called console5.com. And it seems this website is mainly known for carrying like capacitor replacement kits and stuff like that and little parts for repairing video game consoles. But they also have the occasional game, they have the occasional actual console itself. And so I saw that they had a NUON section. I decided to check it out, and lo and behold, they had a brand new in box N501 unit for about $250. Now that might seem like a lot of money, but what you have to consider is that these things sell for upwards of $200 on places like eBay used, maybe not in the best condition. So to get one brand new for $250, I think was actually a really good price. And who knows when this opportunity would have, you know, risen again, if ever. So what we have here is a brand new in box, brand spanking new Samsung N501, and yeah, I've never actually owned a boxed N501, and I actually like the N501 more than the Toshiba model in this regard, because this has got an actual box with, you know, it's just generic, you know, store stuff, but it's an actual colored box, and it'll definitely look a lot better, you know, in the collection. The Toshiba model, it was more like Pioneer equipment, where at least Pioneer's Pro Audio stuff, where they just come in like generic, you know, brown cardboard boxes, no artwork or anything, just the company logo. So it's cool that this will definitely fit in a little bit better with my other video game consoles. So the N501 system, it's just a pretty bare bones package, nothing too terribly special on the inside, except that everything is brand new, and you guys can see what, you know, all the packaging looks like. But effectively it comes, you know, with styrofoam around it. It comes with the console itself. It comes with composite AV connectors, although it does take component, and I believe it also takes digital audio out as well for your surround sound setup and whatnot. It's also got the Ballistic game that comes with it, and this is sort of like a Zuma clone, if you will. Or I don't even know if Zuma was around when the system came out, so maybe Zuma was a clone of Ballistic. I don't remember. Ballistic was actually also a PlayStation game, and it might have been available on the PC. I'm not 100% certain, but it was definitely on the PS1 as well. So some of you guys may have actually played this game before, and I actually think the PlayStation version was better, if I recall correctly. I think I had a better frame rate, but what I'll probably end up doing is doing a Let's Play on Ballistic, and so you guys could see what that game looks like in person. And it also comes with your instruction manuals and whatnot, and this sort of interesting little tab that you could actually slap on top of the unit. I wonder if that tab there you can put on the unit was specifically for like store display units, or if they just, you know, like the store display units were the exact same units that were maybe shipped to customers or sold to customers as well. So it's like, look, NUON-enhanced DVD player. So I always found that to be kind of interesting. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Just the NUON N501. And again, like I said, I'm trying to re-up my collection, get those rarer consoles that I used to own at one point in time. For instance, just a few weeks back, I received the Jaguar CD system, which again is one of those consoles I used to own back in the day as well. And so it's nice to have the NUON marked off the list, complete in box and everything, and well, brand spanking new. Will I actually use this much? Probably not. The problem with the NUON is that you're probably just going to be collecting for it and not really so much using it that much, because there's only a handful of actual games released. Half of those are extremely rare and expensive, like the next Tetris, Iron Soldier 3, Space Invaders XL, and Tempest 3000, the game that is kind of worth owning the system for, has really gone up in price as well. From what I've seen, it's gonna cost between $50 and $80 to obtain Tempest 3000. And as great of a game as it is, I don't know if I can justify that. I mean, I have a Jaguar. I can buy Tempest 2000 for 20 bucks. I have a PS TV. I already have TXK, which is the spiritual successor to Tempest 3000. So yeah, it's really hard to justify shelling out the money for the NUON games, but there is some homebrew available in the system. I don't think it's really great homebrew based on what I've seen, but it is something I'd like to try out, just to sort of extend the life of the system and actually play around with it. But I also don't have a game controller, and without a game controller, trying to do any of that is just really a moot point, because you can play with the DVD remote that comes with the system, but it's really not worth doing that at all. It's not a good experience. I'm speaking from experience there. I actually had to do that with my Toshiba model back in the day, and it was pretty horrendous. So, but yeah, the NUON's really mostly just a novelty, a really failed novelty back in the day, unfortunately. And I was actually really stoked for this, because I was a fan of the Jaguar, and I really liked the Jaguar, and several guys that worked on the Jaguar helped create the NUON. And especially once I got wind back in the day of Jeff Mentor working on Tempest 3000, it was just over, because Tempest 2000 was one of my favorite games of all time, even back then in the late 90s. But unfortunately, it pretty much bombed right out of the gate. I don't think there was much promotion given for it. It was confusing on where to buy games and so forth. Like, if you wanted to buy NUON games, they were actually put in the DVD section and not in the video game section of places like Best Buy. And games that were available, not everybody carried. So like when Iron Soldier 3 came out, you couldn't buy it at Best Buy, but you could still buy like God, what did I get at Best Buy? I think I bought Space Invaders XL at Best Buy, and Freefall and Merlin Racing, and Tempest 3000 actually. But some games just didn't pop up for it. Some games, yeah, I don't know. It was just an awesome idea that just was poorly executed in the end and pretty much bombed. So yeah, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. What I'll probably end up doing is doing a video on the Virtual Light Machine, which was a creation by Jeff Mentor, and it was actually the Virtual Light Machine version 2, I think. I'm not sure if that was exactly what it was called, but the Jaguar CD had a Virtual Light Machine by Jeff Mentor as well, sort of like version 1. And the NUON had the follow-up to that, and it looked considerably better. And it was sort of like a stopgap between the Jaguar CD Virtual Light Machine and the Xbox 360's version, also called Neon, I believe, also made by Jeff Mentor. And what I'm actually thinking about doing is doing a 3-way comparison of all the Virtual Light Machines, since now I have a NUON, I have a Jaguar CD, and of course I've got a 360. So yeah, I can do a side-by-side comparison of that. If you guys would like to see that, post a comment below, or post a comment below anyway. So, but I won't talk your ears off anymore. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with some other videos sometime soon. So until then, take it easy, guys.